Good morning, Cubs fans, and happy game day once again. That's the best thing about baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Games pretty much every single day. You see it right behind me. Fly the W. The Cubs win the home opener in a somewhat thrilling fashion, 3-1. Kind of a sweat there at the end, but we'll get to Ryan Pressly later on this week at some other point, I'm sure, because that guy gave me a heart attack yesterday. But let's talk about the positives today. But before we get to all that, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everyone who tunes into Cubs Daily, who's liked the videos, subscribed to the channels, and has commented down below. Comment down below. Do you think Porter Hodge should be the Cubs' new closer? Is Ryan Pressly fit for the job? I'm not 100% sure, but he's 3 for 3 so far, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. But let's talk about the guys who got us to that point, like our main man, Shota Imanaga, who is once again just absolutely fantastic for this Cubs team. Went 7 1/3, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts. Yeah, he's not striking everyone out like he was last year, but that's because big league hitters are kind of figuring him out. They got some footage on him, etc., etc. But that doesn't matter when you consistently still get people out. That is what truly matters, and Shota has bounced back and figured that out as well. The Cubs are absolutely spectacular when Shota starts. They are 14-3 at Wrigley Field, so I would imagine that the Cubs are going to try and line him up to be the home opener going forward for a long time. Shota is absolutely special. I think he's a great number 2. I'm hoping he continues to grow to be the number 1, but right now I think he's a great number 2 for the Cubs, paired alongside Steele, and Shota continues to flash his brilliance, his dominance, and I'm loving everything. He does a great job mixing his fastball with his off-speed. He's got a quirky delivery that kind of keeps the batters off balance, and it continues to show, ladies and gentlemen. Again, 7 1/3. Porter Hodge comes in for the 2 outs. Then Ryan Pressly sweats us out for the 3-1 victory. So, absolutely sensational job by our main man, Shota. But paired alongside Shota, let's remember, ladies and gentlemen, what we've been talking about, right? Patient baseball wins the day. Do you guys remember yesterday when I said, hey, patient at the plate, continue to make plays on defense? I saw multiple of those occasions yesterday. Shaw with that pick in the second half there. Pete Crow, he had a 30% chance to catch that baseball that was hit to the alley by Xander Bogaerts, and he did just that. This Cubs team plays absolutely sensational defense, and then yesterday, like I said, they were patient at the plate. They draw 7 walks, they only strike out 5 times as a team, and you're not going to get a hit every single time up to the plate. As amazing as that would be, we'd still be on the first game in Japan, right? But the point is, patience at the plate, wearing down the pitchers, making them throw pitches is a great way for the Cubs to get W's in this grind of a season. And again, they walked in a run with the bases loaded. There was a hit to the shortstop. Seiya beat out the throw to second. Again, timely plays. It wasn't the prettiest win, but it was a great win nonetheless. And we'll get to that here in a moment. But just want to talk about the Cubs' patience at the plate. The guy yesterday, Vasquez, had 30 pitches in the first inning. He was able to kind of settle down, but then we got him back to that 5th inning, and we rounded up that pitch count once again, and he was done for the day. I saw the stat at the beginning of the game when the Cubs walked in that first run. The Cubs led the league in loaded bases walking in runs with 19 last year, and I'm hoping they continue that trend again, ladies and gentlemen, because that is an absolutely fantastic way to wear down your opposing pitcher and rack up W's and get into that bullpen early. That's the most important part, right? If you can get into the bullpen early, it's going to wear them down for games 2 and game 3, and that gives the Cubs an excellent chance to win. Like I was talking about, not the prettiest win, but the grittiest win, and that's what we like to see. You're not going to win every game 10-1, 11-3, etc., etc. But going out there, getting that 3-1 victory, especially when it's a brisk day at Wrigley Field, we know how it works in April, ladies and gentlemen. The wind's blowing in. The wind knocked down Xander Bogaerts' ball, knocked down Miguel Amaya's ball, etc., etc. But nonetheless, the Cubs were able to just outlast the Padres in that weather and get the W, which is exactly what I love to see from this Cubs team, ladies and gentlemen. And now hopefully we can roll that momentum into the next game as well. So gritty, great defense by the Cubs per usual. I know Matt Shaw made that play in the ninth yesterday with that scoop. A tough play, guys, for a third baseman. I think Matt Shaw's really, really growing into that role well at third base as well. The bat will come around. I'm not all too worried. Figure out Major League pitching is no joke, but Matt Shaw is doing an absolutely fantastic job. Dansby Swanson, consistent as always. And Nico's arm looks great, ladies and gentlemen. His arm, he has made multiple plays ranging to his right, having to go over and throw that across his body. That is not an easy throw. I want you guys to go out and try it in the yard if possible, because it's not easy at all. But Nico makes it look like child's play out there, ladies and gentlemen. That's just how good Nico Horner is. So, Cubs with a gritty win, a great win, and I'm excited to watch Game 2 today. It is at 1:20. We got Matthew Boyd versus Nick Pivetta. It's a battle of the 4 starters, and I think it's going to be a really, really good matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Again, neither gentleman has allowed a run. They both did excellent jobs in their first start. Matt Boyd allowed a few more runners than you would like to see, but he was able to get the win, didn't allow an earned run, 5 strikeouts in 5 innings. That's all we could really expect from our number 4 starter, ladies and gentlemen. That's just how good Matt Boyd's been, and Nick Pivetta was absolutely outstanding against a very, very good Braves lineup. So I'm very curious to see how the Cubs approach Nick Pivetta today. Again, it's not going to be the warmest day at Wrigley once again. The wind's probably going to be blowing in, so it's going to require some more small ball. And I think my keys to the game still remain true, ladies and gentlemen. Patience at the plate. You got to continue to make defense. You got to make the defense make plays, right? That's how the Cubs scored that second run yesterday, right? That ball hit to short. Seiya busting his you-know-what down the second base line. Got to second. Allowed the run to score. And then a hard hit ball to a very usually sure-handed Manny Machado at third base. Bloop the error. Cubs get another run. And again, the Padres kind of spiral out of control from there. So, again, those are my keys to the game, guys. Make the defense make plays. They're going to make the plays sometimes. You got to take the wins with the losses. But odds are, if you continue to apply pressure to the defense, they will fold eventually. And you will get the benefit of that. No doubt about it. And the Cubs did that just yesterday with great patience at the plate. And again, forcing the defense to make plays. And again, continuing to play balanced baseball, right? The previous 4 games, the Cubs were mashing the baseball out of the park. But you know what? It required a little bit of different action today, right? If they were not able to score all the runs via the home run. They had to drive them in creative ways. There are multiple ways to score a run. The Cubs just need to become good at doing it in any way possible. I do expect another low-scoring affair today at Wrigley, but hopefully the Cubs can remain patient at the plate and get the W. So I am excited to see game number 2, Nick Pivetta versus Matthew Boyd, 1:20 Central. Make sure you guys set your clocks. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you guys with the next one.